everyone and welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas time. I'm taking my break from work and why not just go through with some orchid videos. And this one I start with a special collaboration video with honeybees and orchids and ninja orchids. And we are going to show how we are growing this Jairak Kiku in our specific environments. And I'm up here north. Yay! Fun. I think the shortest day length we had was like from 9:30 a.m. to 3:00 p.m. So that's like sunrise and sunset. So it just comes up and then goes down right away. So I'm growing, as you can imagine, with grow lights, and so I'll begin with mine. So BC Jairak Kiku, I think Ninja Orchids has BLC. Might be that there has been some new mixes between the namings and stuff. So for me, it's BC Jairak Kiku. And I bought this spring from Schwerter. It came to me in May 2020. So if you are watching this afterwards, maybe in 2-3 years time, you actually know how long it's been with this plant. What I gather from its background, it's been registered 2018. Twist my tongue there. It's crossed between Cattleya lodogesi, I think it's gesi. Lodogesi is how you pronounce it in English. I use lodogesi. And Brassavola Little Star. I really like the Little Star, though I still haven't got it, but someday. And well, yeah, I think this should be blooming size orchid since lodogesi is not that quite compact. And the Little Star, as you know, it's a cross between Brassavola subufolia and nodosa. So how do I grow it here? Well, I have had it only half a year now, a little bit over a year now, half a year, correction. So I had it this summer. I was expecting it to actually bloom, but I'm pretty certain that I haven't given it enough light for it to actually bloom. And as you can see, the new pseudobulbs have been much bigger. So it comes here from there. And this is directly underneath the grow lights. So it's getting 10 hours per day at this point. And it seems to be growing bigger and bigger, as you can see. There is again the pseudobulb comes up here when the older ones are from down there. So my guess is that if I get it right, I might get it to bloom next summer. I have a plan. This summer it was on my terrace, which is half shaded with dappled shade. And it does get direct evening sun, which is not that hard in Finland. And yeah, that way it didn't got that good light, but because it just came to me and it was acclimating, I didn't want to risk it. So I kept it a little bit shadier than I normally would with Cattleyas. But next summer, this is going to get full sun from the start of the morning until the evening. So I have a windowsill where I'm going to put them, my Cattleyas, and I'm going to follow how they are doing. So if they need shade nettings or something similar. When these go outside, I know many of you are going to be thinking like, why to put them into direct sun from first thing in the morning and then all the way through the day, that it's really horrible. But the thing is, I'm so north here that if I would put them into only evening sun, that's something which I'm giving my phalaenopsis during summer. So it's not that heavy or that harsh, that sun which I get. So for these, I think the best option is that I put all my vandas, cattleyas, and on dendrobiums direct sun first thing in the morning, throughout the day, and until the evening. So that way they actually get that sort of sun which they might get at their normal, the place where they normally live. Temperature, if we are lucky, we get 1 month when it goes close to 27-30 degrees. But I have the good situation here that my house has a brick wall and it's directly to the south. So if it's 27 degrees Fahrenheit outside, it might actually go much more higher on next to the wall. So I'm hoping, and because it's sheltered, so you don't get that hard winds on there. Even though we get the sea breeze, it's the Baltic Sea, so it's not that salty. So everything is really good to keep them outside, south-facing wall. And yeah, so if we might get like few weeks when the temperature drops only to the 20 degrees Celsius during the night times. So most of the time it goes close to 18, 17 degrees during the nighttime, and the humidity just goes up to the roof, especially if it has been raining for a few days back. It keeps the humidity up, and we mostly get this really nice fogs during the evenings, maybe during the mornings, and they get like this spike with the humidity. This summer I'm actually I have bought this measuring device which I can actually put outside, so I can give you exact measurements. Now I have had my mobile app which I've been using to read the all the humidity and the temperatures and so on from this local area. But yeah, so currently I'm still feeding it from 200 ppm to, in TDS, not easy, to 300 ppm. As you can see, it's constantly growing, so it's not like stopping yet. I would say that it's really, well, it's a hassle to keep this upright because I've been constantly like putting these strings on them, and then it grew like 10 new growths and I put more strings there. So you can see it's like I have a bandage over it. So that's only because it's really brittle, especially these new pseudobulbs. They break easily, and you can see I've fixed that one there. So it's not the only one that has broken while I've been like watering it or giving it some feeding or doing anything with it. Every time it just cracks something, and I'm supposed to be actually now trying to untangle it somehow and apply the wires around it. So I have to figure out some other way to actually keep this plant. So this hasn't flowered for me, but it's growing even more. And I had a little bit of hiccup that I put it into center of the pot because I was thinking it would grow all the way around it. But as you can see, it's starting from this direction as well. So I'm waiting it to actually fill this pot completely. It's already like pot bound. I can feel the pot is like it's bit bumpy around. If it wouldn't be this hard plastic, I think it would just break soon. There's roots like all over the place. So at least the root system, root production is quite good, as you can see. So it's constantly growing. So yeah. So, because it hasn't been with me that long, so I'm unable to tell you anything more, except that it's really good grower and seems to be liking the light I'm providing it. So I have this, we have in Finland called Nelson Gardenia plant lights. I'm using that one to give them the needed supplement for the day length, and yeah, so it seems to be thriving there. I'm a little bit worried. Do I give it enough? Because what I've seen from Ninja Orchid's YouTube channel, she has really like tanned, so you can see the anthocyanin on the leaves, and mine is this green. But that's the best I can give them unless I'm going to buy like professional lights. And to be honest, I don't want to do that during the winter time. I have the whole summer, and we barely get any darkness during the summertime. So when they go to summer, these are going to be like pushing it. So if you get like 23 hours day length, yeah, you are going to grow. So winter is resting for them at my place. And it's residing here in my warmest room, so-called warmest room. It sometimes drops to 19 degrees, sometimes it comes to 20, but it's varying between 19 and 20 degrees Celsius. Cannot come up with what's it in Fahrenheit. I might actually try to remember to add it there somewhere. The humidity in this room is around 60%, and now it's a bit above it because I have thrips, so which are not actually into this plant. So this hasn't had any thrips, knock on the wood, which is my head. So it's like it's doing much better than the other ones, even though it's like surrounded with the thrip plants. So yeah, but I have these in cucumeris, which are eating the thrips larvae. So I'm reintroducing them every 3 weeks into the room until I don't see any more thrips. But I just saw adult thrip a while ago, so not sure if I'm going to add this here. But yeah, what else I could tell you? Well, apart from it's now growing twice as big pseudobulbs, you can imagine how, yeah, I'm getting the care requirements right. And yeah, I think the feeding level is quite enough, especially because they do have the supplement light and they are growing, and I do give them some Epsom salts every now and then and some Calmac, so they are getting that as well. And now I have piped down a little bit with the seaweed. So this does get really fast dried because of the amount of fruits it has in the pot, which is not an issue because it can go 1 week without a watering maximum, I think was the time, and I usually then it's bone dry. So but it hasn't like suffered from it, so I've been away like 1 week and it's completely fine with it. So it's not like a difficult plant. And usually when I go away, I also turn off the humidifiers because there is nobody filling them up. So these have to take the 40% humidity during the daytime. So I assume this would be a good one to have in a so-called normal home, which doesn't have 70 or 100 plants inside there. Yay! And a few aquariums. But yeah, so this is my experience of this plant. So far so good. I think I have it well. Oh, and if there are any Finnish people who are listening to this, about the feeding, because I know in Finland we don't use the TDS meters. I just bought it because I have like Draculas and stuff I need to know. So the basis. So we have this powdery which is MSU formula as well. It's based on the rain mix, which is from, well, you know. So it's the local Biolan which is doing this powdery form, and our Orchid Society is actually selling them, and they are not that expensive, and one jar lasts really long. And I use into 10 liters of water 1 spoon for that pink spoon which comes with it. I use that much of that fertilizer. So 10 liters bucket full of water and the 1 spoon in there. So that way you can estimate how much I'm actually using my fertilizer, because not everyone wants to buy a TDS meter. It's really difficult here in Finland. Thank you for watching. This was really short and sweet, and I'm really looking forward to see what honeybees and orchids and Jairak have come up with. And please go and subscribe to them and watch their channels. They have really good content, and I was happy to actually cooperate with them on this video, and I hope we're going to have another video done maybe next summer about this same plant. Who knows? Oh, and if you have something which I have here in my collection which you would like to collab with me and maybe with somebody else, please do let me know, and write down on my comments there, so I can actually see see who is interested in cooperations. And yeah, that's being said. So this was all about my species Jairak Kiku, and I hope you'll enjoy the other videos, and please comment down below if you have something which you want to cooperate with me. Bye now.